Hi guys, and welcome to another Great New Horizons video. Not really sure what episode this is. This should be 18 or 19. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, this is also not really a weekly series update thingy. Because I've been recording like every 5 days, every 6 days. So yeah, more episodes are coming your guys' way very soon. Actually, at this point, I still have one that I need to edit, and yeah, I'm recording this one right now. So yeah, okay. So let's start here in our chemical area. Few new machines. This one's here, those ones there. I'll start on this side. The main goal of this is to get helium and liquid helium, I guess. This is done by using our vacuum freezers to get liquid air, which goes to here. This makes double gases, which goes to here, and this does the remaining of the process. This also gives us uh, other useful byproducts, such as CO2 gas, methane, and deuterium, and also argon, nitrogen, and oxygen. So we are good on those. Up here, we are basically getting some mercury. To do this, we are getting some cinnabar, and yeah, this makes quicksilver, and then just comes into this fluid extractor to get us mercury. So that's that for now, and we have a buffer here. In this room, those were basically the only changes. Although we'll have to overclock our ammonia pretty soon. So yeah, let's move on to our power room. The power room itself, there are no changes, I think. Just more turbines. And yeah, I've started using our HSSE turbines. Still need to replace this one. Let's see how's our wood. Okay, we are out of wood. That's one thing. Since I added more gas turbines, we are now consuming more wood. So, to combat that, I've reduced the amount of coke ovens we are using, and also tore down some of the older boilers, since we're not really using them anymore. We are barely using steam at this point. It's really rare when we actually need the steam. So yeah, eventually I'll be tearing this all down. I think I already tore down like well, there's 16 here. I think there were 24 total. But yeah, as you guys can see, we are running out of logs. Our tree farm is not really. Um, it still has, yeah, it still has a bunch of fuel, but it's not really able to keep up. So very soon, when we are able to, we'll be switching that for the tree growth chamber simulator. Not sure the name, but yeah, it's basically a multi-block that grows trees for us. So yeah, that will be the way to go about that in the future. So moving on to this room, a bunch of new multiple blocks that I've crafted. So let's go over those right now. I have the mixer. I'm not sure if I had the mixer before, but yeah, we have the mixer. We also have the forge jammer, um, the magnetic flux exhibitor was here on the last episode, but it was lacking the magnet. So we have the magnet now. We also have the cutting machine, the ABS, the large fluid extractor, which is pretty large, as you guys can see, and also the laser engraver. I actually trolled with this for way too much time, because this requires the source edge. Um, But I don't know why I thought we couldn't craft the 256 hatches yet. So I was going for the zirconium route, and yeah, just to show you guys here. It was actually the low power lasers, these ones here. Um, yeah, it's one of these. I was trying to go for this one here. Uh, yeah, this thing is this require a bunch of cubic zirconia, and this was taking a long time to craft. I basically got everything I needed for this, but then I noticed that we could just craft these ones, and it's actually easier. So basically, I spent the whole day trying to craft the other laser edge, just to realize at the end that I could just well craft one of these, and it's much simpler. So yeah, not really sure why these low amperage laser etches so expensive when these ones are cheaper and easier to make, but oh well. But yeah, also this fluid extractor, this multi-block is actually pretty cool. Actually, I like this a lot. I'll just show you guys here. Because this has the parallels, which are 32. In this case, it's pretty good, seeing that most of the other multi-blocks, like I mean, this one's S Max 6. Um, well, this has 8 with this magnet. I'm not really sure how many that does, but it's not that much. I know that for sure. And besides that, we also have speed bonuses. We have the total speed multiplier, I guess, and also the EU cost. So yeah, I think this one is one of the better ones. I wish it showed here at the top in the tooltip, like this one, and the left as well. But yeah, that's fine, I guess. And also depending on what like the solenoid and the coils that we use, it also changes the stats. So it's a pretty cool multi-block. I just wish it was a little bit smaller because it's not really that easy to build this like anywhere. So yeah, but the remaining of this room is pretty much the same, I think. So yeah, most of the changes that I've done are actually up here. As you guys can see, bunch of new stuff here. So before we just had our plot line and a little bit of our tungsten line here. So now we have the remaining of the tungsten line for the tungstate built here, and we also have a little bit more of the platinum line. We have palladium here in this block here. We have a bunch of blast furnaces, and we have iridium here. So I'll go through this kind of quickly because if you're not playing the pack, probably this don't really matter to you. But if you guys want a better explanation of everything, I can do a video on that. But yeah, starting with the tungstate, I'll just show you guys here very quickly. Basically, we do this process here in this autoclave, then we take this, mixed it, yeah, this one. We got the scheelite, the remaining of the scheelite processing we already have, it's this part here. But yeah, we get our fluid here, and yeah, we have our calcium chloride, which is basically made here. I'll show you guys really quickly here. So it's basically, yeah, this recipe. We get the CO2 gas, which we use in here somewhere. One of these with the quicklime. For the quicklime, I think it gets returned. No, that's the CO2 gas. The quicklime we craft using, pretty sure it's this one. But yeah, that's mainly it for the tungstate. It really is just crafting the calcium chloride, which is a little bit of a headache. But yeah, besides that, it's fine, I guess. So for the formic acid, for the palladium, we need of course the formic acid. So for the formic acid, we have these 4 LCRs. The first one gets us carbon monoxide. Second one is sodium formate, and we mix that to get our formic acid. This actually has a byproduct. What is? Yeah, the sodium sulfate dust. This is getting processed in this LCR here on the left. This is basically just gets us sodium sulfuric acid, which are used. I think it's on this one. Anyway, the other part of the palladium is here. I actually have left the space here for an additional LCR, since I suspect we might need it in the future, but for now we don't. And yeah, this is disabled right now. The setup here for the palladium is a little bit tricky. I did it in my last playthrough as well. But just to summarize, we get ammonia. We mixed it with what? Where is it? Yeah, we have here also a level emitter, because we just want to run this LCR if we have more than 90 palladium, and we have less than 9 buckets of palladium rich ammonia from the plot line. Because basically this LCR on the left makes us this palladium enriched ammonia. But since there are like better ways to do this, which in this case are that over there, it's actually turned on as well right now. um, yeah, we basically just want this to run if we have more palladium dust, since this uses palladium dust to run. I was actually trying to find. Oh, I think it's down here. Yeah, it's here. So yeah, we just take the palladium dust and the palladium metallic powder and the ammonia to get more palladium enriched ammonia. And yeah, basically we mixed it in this LCR. Not really sure which what this one takes. I think it's just more palladium. I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's basically the both palladiums thingies. This gives us palladium salt, reciprocated. The salt obviously goes into the sifter, and the reciprocated, I think, goes into here, and this gets us the actual palladium dust. Of course, this uses the formic acid, which we are using there, and this gets us a little bit of ethylene and ammonia back, which is very cool, since this thingy goes through ammonia like there's no fucking tomorrow. This actually uses a ton of ammonia. And it's one of the main reasons why I want to overclock that. But first, we also need to fix our oxygen, not the oxygen, the hydrogen, since that's one of the things we are constantly running out of. But yeah, we have the setup here, so it's working pretty well. Not really sure why it's not running right now. Maybe yeah, it's 4. But yeah, besides that, we also need to take care of the residue. This thingy here, this is actually stopped. I'll go into that in a moment. But yeah, this goes through a series of blast furnaces. This gives us leach, and then it gives us the rarest metal residue, and then it gives us the iridium residue, and then it gives us the iridium dioxide dust, and it's this one. It's the start of our iridium line, basically. But yeah, the thing is that this blast furnace requires the molten potassium disulfide, but we don't have any more potassium to craft this. We are doing it here in this one. Yeah, this is oxygen and potassium and sulfur. Goes into this fluid extractor, and this extracts out the stuff for that blast furnace. But yeah, it goes from there to here to here to here, and then just goes into the iridium line. I'm not going to explain that this one for you guys, since this one is pretty straightforward. The palladium was a little bit more complex, I guess. One more thing, of course, we are taking care of the byproducts, and they all get processed in this centrifuge. So we have the sludge dust residue dust, and the metallic sludge dust, residue dust. Very nice names. But yeah. Um, yeah, but the reason I left this space here is it's for the autoclave multi-block. Should have left 9 spaces, and I did. We'll be having the autoclave multi-block here to replace this in the future. And yeah, the reason I used also this multi-block here, so I know from past experiences that we'll be using this blast furnace a lot. So we want the fleet to be crafted really fast. And also this, because the last time I used both of these as single blocks and it wasn't fast enough at some point, so I just decided to go multi-blocks. I'm trying to go to... because one of the things I did, I guess wrongly, in my last playthrough is that I didn't really account to have to process millions of items. So this time I'm trying to space things a little bit more, so that's easier to expand basically. I've already done that in the power room, as you guys can see here. I have left space to basically double these distillation towers, and I mean I doubled this one already, but I didn't need to. And the same here. So if for some reason we need more processing capabilities, I'm ready for that, or at least kinda am ready for that. But yeah, that's everything in this top platform. So let's move on downstairs to see basically what things removed, because not been really working on here that much. I mean, I still have the terminals, which I need to move to up here. I still have a bunch of chests with resources to process, although I'm starting to go through this, and this will be basically the last stuff we'll be checking out in this episode. But yeah, I didn't really do much downstairs. Keep cleaning up the place. Basically just that. Yeah, I don't think I really did much here. I know that I removed some of the energy here in the pipe, since we are not really running this anymore. Yeah, we don't really need the stuff here. But I still need to move these setups. This one, this one I'll have to move and use actual chemical reactors for this, and not these basic ones. Um, yeah, I need to move this setup here and this setup, and I also need to move this and this. Those are mainly what's left to move. Oh, and also of course our setup for the titanium, because yeah, I guess I'll just show you guys our processing facility. This is basically what I've been working on the past 2-3 days, and it's basically complete right now. I mean, it works. And again, as you guys can see, I left a bunch of space to expand. All if most of these are able to be expanded to quads. So I already had to expand here the large thermal refinery, since this is very slow. Yeah, I have macerators, I have forge hammers, centrifuges, sifters, electrolyzers. I have 3 washers, and I have a multi-smelter as well. The multi-smelter and the electrolyzer are not hooked up yet, since these ones will be basically working after the fact, I guess. I'll be setting this up to basically take the stuff that's already processed, and this is the stuff we already have processed, in case you guys are curious. Still have a bunch of stuff to process. Most of this stuff is actually just redstone, sulfur, the bismuth, and the arsenic. some concentrate as well, something as well. That's yeah. I've been working the chests in order, so yeah. I guess I still have that to process. And the way this works is the resources basically come in this chest, um, and yeah, they go to this subnet here, the light blue one, which basically filters the items according to each machine subnet. So yeah, there's some subnets for basically each machine has a their subnet, and that's how it works, I guess. Not going to go into much detail here. And yeah, underneath it's actually pretty clean. The power just comes downstairs, from upstairs, I mean. And yeah, there's yeah, it's pretty clean. I used the wireless connectors this time. Last time I just had all of the cables from the subnets going through here, and it was not clean. It was not really fun to work. So I just decided to change that this time. And yeah, I also have the connections between the systems. Here, this blue one is our main network. And yeah, I have this is for our Mercury, and this is basically to read the contents of the mainnet. I have two barrels here. These are just for these items, and then the drives are here. They will basically be on these walls, probably these two, maybe this one as well. We'll see. I didn't really have a good place to place them, and in the last playthrough I didn't really account to have that many drives for the resources. So yeah, this time I'll probably just use this wall instead of having the drives like floating in the walls. So I think that's probably a better idea. But yeah, basically what I've been doing is just taking this, taking a chest from upstairs, placing it here, waiting for this run. If there's anything that's not filtered, it will come into this chest. I'll just filter it. In this chest, we can also get items that are not able to go into other machines because they are full. All of these machines, with the exception of the macerator, are running at EV. This one is running at IV. So yeah, they are pretty slow, most of them. Like the centrifuge is pretty slow. This one is it's faster, I guess. But these ones are very slow. This is slow. This is mega slow. But yeah, and also just to end off, the reason why I have three water washing plants is because one of them is in the water washer mode. The other one is on the chemical bath mode with mercury. That's why we needed the mercury. And the final one is on the simple washer mode. And yeah. So yeah, at this point I'm still filtering the resources, but what we'll be doing when we get this done is try to rebuild our bauxite processing, our titanium processing, rutile processing, the ilmenite processing. Maybe not here. What I was thinking is just to extend this subnet over here and use this room for that kind of processing, like additional ore processing, to get the most of out of our resources, which is actually not something I've done in the past. Uh, I didn't really do any bauxite processing in my last playthrough on my last ore processing, nor the titanium, nor the ilmenite. So I'm quite curious to see how that work. I guess it's not that much different, but yeah, it will be fun. I think it will be fun. So look forward to that. Not really sure if that will be for next week or not. Probably because I need some ruby, some chrome, I mean, and we should have a ton of ruby dust that we can process to get chrome. Not really sure yet if I'll be doing that, but that's something we'll have to see. But yeah, I think that's it for today. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this very long weekly update. I guess I'll blame that on the Palladium and on the ore processing. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.